Hey, good. Just want to let you guys know that my withdrawal or my my withdrawal from the that platform hit today, and I was able to take it out of Bitcoin. So it hit my Bitcoin. I went ahead and sold it, and then I so yeah, it was 367.26 that came through, and then I sold that, and now that those funds are being sent to my bank account. So I just want to let you know it didn't take long at all. We did the deposit or the withdrawal. Was it 2 days ago? I believe today's Thursday. Yeah, we did it on Tuesday. The day that I ended up winning that was what was that? Did I win yesterday? I think I won yesterday. Let's go back and check. That's good. Why you have notes? Because my mind sometimes is not all the way there. Just woke up. Also, forgive me. I have a cold as well. Yeah, I'm trying to get over it. I've been a little bit stuffy. I didn't sleep too much either. I usually sleep 8 hours a day. Today I slept right about 6 hours. Um, okay, let's see. I write a lot of notes, as you see. These are just notes throughout the days, things I think about. All right. So, okay, where in the world is that? All right. Okay, right here. So yeah, so I did win yesterday. Um, and some. There's a 17th. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah, I did. Huh. So it was only a day. Um, only a day if you're in the U.S. Because I'm pretty sure I did my withdrawal yesterday. Let me see. Maybe there's a um an email that I can point to. An email from the the platform. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it seems like that was kind of quick. If it was just yesterday, and I already got the funds today. I've been doing too much. All right, so let's see. Maybe there's a history here. I mean, I think so. I think so. I don't want to take too much time on it, but but I think so. Um, okay, but anyway, um, so I just want to kind of quickly go over what I do when I get started for the day. Uh, First thing I do is create a new day in my notes because I'm going to be writing down all everything that well, yeah, pretty much however the day went. I'm gonna write that down so that I have it. Um, why did it just put that? I know I pasted more than that. Okay. Oh, this is gonna change. It's gonna be the 17th. Today is Wednesday. Um, I'm starting at 1,000. I'll finish that. We'll see. All after so many trades. We will see. Okay, so this is good for now. But just so you know, at the end of my day, I'm gonna write down, summarize my day, pretty much what happened. And that way you just keep track of every day. You're learning, while you're going. So like, when you have some time, you'll go back, scroll from from some days back and read what happened. What you have problems with. What you need to get better at. You can remind yourself pretty much. Uh, the goal is to try to be as disciplined with yourself as possible. Practice proper money management. Money management is the number one thing that you need in order to trade. Like that is about, I would say, 80% of of the whole thing. You know. So I do that, write that in. The next thing I do is I find out the actual amounts I'm going to trade with. So I have $1,000 in my account. Um, I'm I've decided, instead of doing 9% like I've been doing, since I was able to make my money back already. Like I invested 1,000 in this about on Friday, last Friday. Today is Thursday, so almost a week ago, I invested 1,000 in here, and I was able to make that 1,000 back. Yesterday was the day that I made it back, and I've withdrawn that money, and and I'm good now. Like I don't my investment's been made back, so I don't necessarily need to be aggressive. I've been doing 9% trades up until now because um, I had a reason why I was trying to flip this $1,000, because I wanted to play with 3,000. I wanted to start with 3,000, but um, if I'm going to be doing this as a career, I don't necessarily need to start with 3,000. I can start with 1,000. That's fine, and just proper money management and be good. I don't really want to have to invest any more money into this. Um, I can start my career with 1,000. Um, so just so you know, I have 1,000 in the real account, the quick trading real account, and then I also have in my forex account, I have $337.72. I'm using the forex account as a reserve account. Whenever I have a losing date in my real account, I can transfer money from my forex account to my real account to get back to $1,000, because I always want to play with at least $1,000 every day. Um, so that's pretty much what that's about. My goal is to upgrade this account every day by at least 5%. So whatever profits I make for the day, 5% of 1,000 is $50. So the first day will be 1,050. And I'm running. I have like another note pad called daily trading amounts right here, and here every day before you get started, you want to write down your your trades. So the starting bankroll for the day is $1,000. First primary trade is going to be 3% of the 1,000, which is $30. Okay, and then the second primary. This was something that I thought of yesterday, where pretty much I want my second primary to, if I win that, to encompass the the funds, or the what's it called, the fees that the platform take from you. for example, you go to AU, like right now we're at EURAUD, and you notice here the 82% is what you are trading at, which means that 12% of the funds that you 12% of the funds are being held back. If you win, you're not getting 12% of the funds. The platform gets that 12%. So so the way that I want to do this is, if I win that first primary, then I'm not going to win my full whatever, because it's going to be I'm going to win the remainder, or the majority, and the 12. Let's say in this case the 82%. I won the 82%, and then the 12% goes to the platform. Second primary, I want to be a little bit more. I wanted to include the 12% from the first trade that I did not get, plus the 12% from this trade as well, the second trade, or whatever percentage it is. I'm gonna add those two percentages together, and I'm adding to the 3%, the original 3%, so that I'm compensating for my for that percentage. If that makes sense, I'm trying to make them whole, pretty much. I'm trying to make it to where I'm able to get the full $30 on each one. So I would do that plus 2 more percent. So I would also add 2% additional to that, so that I am slightly making more money than the $30 on each one. That way, whenever it comes to the third trade, which is the third winning trade, if I end up losing that third trade, because that third trade is double of my first two, well, of the 3%, it's double of 3%, which is 6%. So that third trade, I'm playing with the profits of the first two wins. Since I did 3% the first one and 3% the second one, the third one is playing, which you don't see the third one here. I don't have it here. But the third trade is double the 3%, and I wouldn't need to put any additional percentage on it. At least in my head, I don't need to, because I'm doubling the amount. So if I win, I double it. Of course, I don't. It's not going to double exactly, because the platform takes its percentage. But if I lose, then I'm not losing my bankroll. My bankroll will remain the same because of the percentages that I added. I know it's math, and I hope I'm explaining it correctly, but it's just a way for me to, I think, be able to still keep the same bankroll. I'm trying to protect the bankroll at all costs if possible. When it comes to losing at times. So that's what it is. That third trade would double it, and if I end up losing it, I would kind of break even when it comes to my bankroll. It will still be right around $1,000, and then I'll be able to start over. So, because my goal is, if I, try to win 4 times my primary trades, try to win 4 times in a row with the primary. My day doesn't stop until then. Or if I hit my stop loss is 15%, which you see here. 50% of the bankroll, which is $150. So let's put that down. All right. As I said, my gain is 5% per day. That's $50. That's minimum gain per day. 1,050. That's the bankroll gain for day. So 1,050 is what would be considered a good day for me. Would be 1,050, even though The day's going to be much better than that because my goal is to hit 4 primaries in the row before stopping. So like I pretty much the rules pertain that I cannot stop until I hit 4 primaries in a row, or until I lose 4 primaries in a row, or if I go under this $150 for the day, which would be $850. So if my bankroll ever gets the $850, then I'm done for the day. And again, this is everyday thing. I'm explaining it so it's going a little bit longer, but that's what that's pretty much how you would do this. So I also have something here called current primary losses suffered for the day. And here I would just record every for pretty much my losses, whatever loss that I receive. I would keep track of it here. That way I know when I hit 4. So if I hit 4, I know I'm done. I don't need to put current primary wins for the day, because the wins go up. They go up. They double after the second one. They start doubling. So I know once I get to a certain figure, which I think the figure here would be 50, 50, 100. Yeah, so 50 is the first one, 50 is the second one, 100 will be the third one, and 200 will be the fourth one. So, so that's the goal. Pretty much, it's roughly $400 is what would be won today. I'm sorry, not 400. It would be 50, 50, 100, and 200. 2, 3, yeah, $400. I'm sorry. And so it's still a significant amount. You start with $1,000, and you end up, if you end up winning 4 in a row, you win $400. So that's a pretty big jump from your bankroll. The gain would be 1,050, which means that that we would keep $50 in the bankroll, and then deduct $350 to the reserve. We keep that in the reserve. With that reserve, what we do is we just keep that reserve in the account until Friday. And on Friday, we would we would take 80% out and pay that to ourselves. The other 20% will remain in there for the next week, for to help out when it comes to any types of losses, any type of losses that we might have for the day. So this is my own particular one. I think this is safe for me. You definitely, if you want, you can use it. It's just I'm trying to be as safe as possible with the rules. You have to set rules for yourself, because obviously the platform is not going to. And if you're trying to do this full time, you definitely need to not be emotional, to not let your emotions dictate what you do. You have rules that you've set that you just follow. So have that set. I put all that information in, and so now we can go ahead and put the amount in. The amount is $30 for the first trade. And before you get started, you have to set up your you have to set up. You have to look at all the pairs, not the OTCs. You stay away from the OTCs; they're not real. You set up all the actual pairs. Like right now, I'm on EURAUD, and there's 21 pairs in here. Okay, so the GPB CAD would be next. So you go through all of them, every single one of them, because and you see whether there's action on any of them. What I mean by that is, you look at it and you see if there's a trend, if it's an uptrend, if it's a downtrend, if it's just if it's going straight, like this one is a downtrend. It's a pretty obvious downtrend. So I'm gonna just go through the first one, what I do, so that you can see if there is action. Because sometimes there's not action on one of these. Let's see this one, like that one. That was an obvious downtrend. But are we at 5 minutes or 1 hour? Okay, if you notice, we're in 5 minutes, so that's not good. You want to change this to an hour. These candles need to be hour candles. So when you're setting up, you always want to set up an hour. You don't want to set up in 5 minutes. Hour candles are the trend on the hour is a much stronger trend. So you use you use the strongest trend that you can when you're setting up your lines, your trend lines. This one here is a good example that there's no line, there's no trend right now. I mean, there's a trend, but it's a downtrend going on that just kind of started. This started about 4 hours ago, which is not good enough for me. I need at least a 5 hour trend before I get started. So this is a 4 hour trend. So we will skip this one. And if we do, if let's say this one was one that we could draw parallel, we could draw lines on. If we could actually set this up with lines, then we would star it, which is here. You would just tap that star. But since it's not, we're not going to star it. So we shouldn't have any of these stars starred right now. If you do have any starred, you want to, like from the previous day, you want to go ahead and uncheck it, unstar them. So we've already checked Euro AUD. So I have another what's the word notepad called trading pairs. If you see it here, is like the sixth one from the bottom or the sixth one from the top. Tap there. This is from yesterday. So you uncheck all these boxes from yesterday, and now these are all the pairs that are available on the platform. And you see here I have 92 by that one. Those are percentages that they were at that time. So we're gonna have all new percentages this time. Okay. So, but I'm not gonna erase those so that they kind of specify the ones that I played yesterday. Just so I have that information, right? All right. So we just did Euro AUD and didn't get anywhere on it. So what we're going to do is check it. And I'm gonna have this thing to where it crosses out when it checks it. There was a way that I could cross out. Try to remember how to do that now though. And again, forgive me. I'm gonna be clear my throat here often because of this code that I have. I'll figure out. I can't remember how I did it, but for now, you know that the check marks mean that you've already checked it. So the next one is okay. Yeah, because I'm gonna show you one that actually is a trend. Excuse me. All right. So this one is a trend. It's an uptrend. Looks like it's been uptrending for the past about maybe 10 hours or so. So this is a good one to go ahead and put lines on. And I think we might have action on the floor. Maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. So I went ahead and just hit 2 trend lines just in case we could do a trend line on the roof as well. The floor definitely has a trend line though. So you notice I put the line right on the wick of all the ones that you can see. You want to start the trend at this candle, the one that's completed, which will be here, and you want to make the line to where it hits you know, it pretty much hits whatever the next candle is. Like in this case, it's this candle. So this was so that red candle was the one that you start with, and then this candle was the one that hits. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's exactly 5 hours, which is the minimum for me. It's a strong trend. It's not as strong as if we could make it come all the way back to this candle, which is this one here, which that would be about 10 hour trend. But it just doesn't work. It goes under it for a little bit. So the actual trend is from that one to that one. So that's 5 hours, pretty good. And you notice that it's right now hovering above that line right now, which means that that's a good opportunity for a primary trade. Let's go down to 5 minutes real quick, so that, and this is not something. Oh shoot, this is not something that happens a lot often, but it's happening in this case right now. So we would get out of setup mode and go into trading mode, because this one is set up now. That's the floor is set up to where we can actually put a trade there. So let's go to 5 minutes and see what happened. Okay, so when we go to 5 minutes, we can kind of look at this line and set it up a little better. Just adjust the line so that it's on the actual is on the actual candles, right? Like it's on the put it like right there on that one. So let's go 30 minutes and see. I'm going back and forth so I can kind of get a good idea of where it's at. So right now it's a little bit above, and if it follows a trend, it would hit here, and then it jumped up, and then it stayed up for a little bit before coming back down to the line. So 15 minutes would be a good trade amount, and you see it's going down right now again. So you go to the 5 minute candle, and you go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and put 15 minutes on this one, because you're giving it time. Actually, I'll put 20 minutes. You're giving it time to come back up. It was 91%. So that's good. I think we got a good placement there as well. So yeah, so that's the first trade in. And again, if you're looking at it, you have to kind of look at it from either the 30 minutes or the hours, so to see what's going on here. This is a 30-minute candles. So for the past 5 hours, it's been trending up. It's been trending up, and it's been there's been a floor. This is the floor, and it's pretty much been going. It's been following that floor. So safe to say that if it's been doing that for the past 5 hours, that it will continue that trend of following that line. Now, we just need to do it for the next 20 minutes. And if you notice here, right there, it jumped up and it stayed up. That's the only time that we have to lend an example on. But we also know that it has been, it's been steadily going up. So 20 minutes is 4 5-minute candles. All right, so if you look at the 5-minute candles here, for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles, it's been kind of just hovering, hanging out at that line, not really wanting to do anything as far as going up or down. My thoughts is that it's going to start following it, because the trend is an uptrend, and that trend is stronger than any other trend that you might see. There's 5-minute trends as well, Like if you look at this, it looks like a five. There's a five. This is a 5 minute trend as well. But sometimes you see trends um, outside of 5 minutes, like this one here. When it got here and then it started going down. So that's a downtrend within an uptrend. But that downtrend is a lot weaker because it's only 5 minute candles, right? So the 15, the 30 minute, the hour trends are a lot better, a lot safer to trade on. If you're doing primary trades, you want to stick with 1 hour or 30 minute um, uh, trend lines. You don't want to go any less than that. And then your actual trades should be bouncing off of that trend line. It should have to deal with that trend line. Whenever you trade, it has to be you want it to deal with that trend line. It's typically a reversal. Usually that's what you're trading. You're trading when it gets that line, like we did here. It got to that line, it crossed the line. We got it at a good opportunity where it actually crossed the line, and then we went ahead and put in the trade for a lot longer than the typical trade on this platform. I mean, every YouTube video that I see on this, no one is doing longer trades than 5 minute trades. Which is just, I think, giving your money to the platform because it's a lot more risky. On top of being a lot more risky, if real quickly, if um, so you can do secondary trades while you're waiting for your primary trade to come in. So a secondary trade would be half of the initial trade. So if this candle can go below our line here, maybe touch like in this area, then the secondary trade will be awesome right there. I apologize. I just saw it happening, so I was, so what? I don't know what I was saying, but 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 yeah, I mean, and again, this is kind of preemptive because I did see an opportunity while I was setting up. Typically, you would try to set up your candles first, but if you do see opportunities, you can go ahead and jump on it and then get back to setting up your candles. Um, So, oh yeah, I think I was talking about the platform. Yeah, when you do short term trades like 5 minutes or under, it's very risky. A couple of reasons. First reason is riskier than like 15 minute trade or a 20 minute trade or higher because it doesn't give your prediction time to. It doesn't give enough time to your prediction versus if you give it more time to come true. You know. Now, sometimes you might be trading, and when it comes to you need a smaller trade, a smaller trade position, or the trade point that you're putting in, is based off of a trend that is a smaller trend than an hour or 30 minutes. You can do that, but you wouldn't use a primary for that. You wouldn't use a primary trade for that. You would use a secondary trade for that. So, just keep that in mind. Okay, it touched that line. Is it going to go under? If it pushes under, it has to push over under a little bit significantly, then I'll go ahead and put in the secondary trade as well. Okay, a little bit more. I know you want to. No, that's fine. Um, so yeah. Um, so that's the first reason. The second reason is that this platform um, it is not exactly entirely accurate with the actual real platform. GPP CAD is is a traded a worldwide traded pair. So TradingView is an app that you can install that where you can keep track of the pair at the same time that you're trading here, so that you can see the difference between the two. It's a little bit of a difference. Okay, I like that. I'll put that in. It's a little bit of a difference. It's like, it's like it's within 10 pips. So pips or points is what you see here on the right side. It says 1.83724 right now. Okay, so 725 is 1 pip. 723 is 1 pip. Um, and the pretty much the very last letter, the very last number on the far right is a pip. It's 1 point. So I have noticed that this platform is off about 10 pips or 10 points from the real the real uh the real I guess uh, price point. And so you know I'm not saying that they do, but they can. They have the power to modify these pips, you know, these points. If it's like a really close trade, within 10 seconds and you're just right there on the line, you know, those 10 pips matter at that point, so they can maybe go up or go down with it to ensure that you lose. And that can happen. I'm not saying that it does, but it can. And you should understand that they have very, very good motive to do so. Like it's in their best interest if they do so, because you're not trading against other people on this platform. You're trading against the actual platform itself. Does that make sense? So pretty much the platform that's creating these candles for you is the platform that you're trying to predict. They are the same platform that you are trading against. So when you win, they lose. They lose money when you win. So if you keep that in mind, you know that you cannot make it close for them. Within 10 pips, that's all you need. So if if you're winning by 10 pips or less, it's very possible that you may lose that trade regardless, because of the modifications they can do. They can, as long as they keep up 10 points or less, to what the real market is, then and you kind of know that going in, or even if you don't know it, I mean, they can modify it, and they can manipulate it to where you end up losing that one. So the short-term trades are risky. They're risky, and you never want to do a primary trade on a short term. I try to keep all my trades at 15 minutes to 20 minutes. I mean, sometimes I might go down to, if I see like a trend that kind of just started with a 5-minute trend, and it just started, like maybe it's five candles in, and it's been straight, going one way for those 5 minutes, or for those 5 times 5 is 25 minutes. So it's been going that same way for 25 minutes. I might go ahead and put a secondary trade in that it will do the same thing, and there's a way to do that as well, to maximize your chance of winning that one. I'm sure you'll see that one of these days. But okay, just wanted to kind of go over that with you. I need to set up the rest of my trend lines, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pause for the time being and come back with you whenever I got all of them set up and we're ready to start trading. I'll let you know also the results of that one. Am I on an hour? Okay. And I do see, I think there is a roof here as well. Let's see. The last candle there. Yeah, it's a roof. The roof has been going on for the same amount of time as the the floor. So, it's staying within those two boundaries. for the last 5 hours. So we'll come back to this one. Once you have it, if of course you're gonna favorite it, GPB CAD, you're gonna favor that one. Come back here. What in the world? Why did it do that? Okay. What? That was weird. Okay. GPP CAD. These are all in alphabetical order. So 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 actually, I'm gonna keep that one unchecked because um the way that well, let's see how I'll do this. Yeah, I might put a star here. That way I know that I'm actually playing that one. Check it as well. And then after, I go through all of them, then I can uncheck everything, right? And then just keep the ones that I'm actually playing in checked, right? But for now, since I'm just starting, I'm gonna check every single one that I've already looked at. Okay. So and the reason I'm doing it this way is because these things move. These pairs, they move around based off of what the platform wants to give the percentage on it. At so let's say this GPPCAD. Let's say that they all of a sudden want to give it a 70%. So now it's going to jump all the way down to here. So by having a notepad and keeping the ones that you've already done checked, you can make sure that you check every single one of them before the day's over with. All right, so good to go. I'm gonna catch you here shortly. Hey, all right, I'm back. Just want to let y'all know that so there's a lot of opportunities today in the pairs. I found I'm already at 8 of them that I have favorited. So I don't think it's really necessary for me to go and do the rest of them because 8 is fine. 5 is the minimum that you want to have. I have 8. So those are the 8 I'm gonna work with. So go back here to the notepad and uncheck the rest of them. Pretty much the ones that don't have stars by them, I'm unchecking. So it should be 2, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 checked. And I have here favorites. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, that's right. Okay. So now that we have that, we know what we're working with as far as the favorites. I want to let you know that I did see some other trades as well. So it's kind of crazy here. If you recall, I put in this trade here, and then I waited for a better price point and put in this trade, but I accidentally hit the down button. I'm gonna rewind this video to make sure that that was the case. But I'm pretty sure that's probably what happened. I just actually hit the down button. That's just crazy. And I ended up losing that one because I, hit the wrong button. First mistake, first mistake I've made of the day. But it's not a big one because it wasn't a primary, it was a secondary. And, I saw another opportunity for a secondary and then another secondary. So I put those two in and I ended up winning those ones. I have a trade right now going on. It's a CHF JPY. It doesn't look like I'm doing very well in it. I haven't checked out why, but I'm losing by tremendous points. 182 points I'm losing by. So I definitely looked at that. I predicted that one wrong. Let's go to it real quick though, so I can see what happened there. CHF JPY. Okay. So this one, yeah, it looks like it's breaking out. It was a. This is the hour trend, and for a long time it's been following this trend, and now it's breaking out. So again, it does happen. It does happen. It doesn't always follow the trend. It's been following for about 15 hours. It's been following this trend, and then now it's breaking out. It's breaking out to the downside. um, so yeah, I mean, it happens. I wouldn't think that it would get too low, but who knows? You know, it might. I mean, who knows where it's going to break out to? But it definitely is breaking out right now. You know, I have. I mean, how many minutes left on that? 3 minutes or something seconds left. So safe to say, I'm probably gonna lose this one. This would be my second trade, $30 trade, or the second primary. You know, so pretty much I would have to start back over with my primaries after this one, which is fine. I mean, again, you're not gonna win every single primary. And this is kind of crazy that this thing's going down like this. Wow. You know, you can base off of what's happened here. If you look, you see another trend, right? You see another trend if you you know, I'm gonna show it to you right now. You might see it already, but from here to here, from there to there, that's another uptrend, or that's another trend where it reverses, you know, reverse and hit, you know, got close to that line or touched that line and bounced off of it. So that's another trend that I've noticed in this one, you know, and that might have been the actual trend that I should have I should have picked at the beginning versus this one here, because this one here, you know, it's off of a very long hammer candle. Like, it's called a shooting star. I mean, not a shooting star. I can't recall what that's called right now. But when it's a huge rejection off of that, that's not a stable candle. It's better to play off of the ones that are not as um, as I mean, it was an hour candle, so all that happened within an hour, but there's still a lot of volatility in that candle. So, you know, the more stable candle would be this one, you know, and you see three touches, one touch there, two touches. So, we'll keep that in mind, you know, for another primary. And we'll, you know, continue to follow it. Like, you know, again, for the last 10 hours, it's been following a straight line pretty much. It's been going from here. It's been going, you know, it's been going up and down, you know, up, down. Dang, I mean, what happened here? Jeez, really? Come on now. Stay put, line. Stay put. So yeah, I would put my first primary. If it does touch that line, I would put my first primary, because that's a strong, and that is a strong floor right there. So we'll see what happens. This, I don't know how this one came all the way over here. I'm trying to figure out what I did here. So I had the candle here for some reason and not here. Well, why? Well, I had I had the floor. I had the floor up here when it should have been here, really. I don't know what happened there. Okay, that's fine. It looks like it's nearing that point. I'm gonna do a 20-minute trade once it touches. And ooh, come on! You want to touch it now? You want to touch it? You want to touch it? You want? You touched it. It's good enough. And put another trade in as well if it crosses that line. because it has two resistance points here, so it's, fake me out. I think I still got a better position on the second one, but not too much better. But that's fine. I mean, that's good because now, so this is really strong indicators right here. We have two lines of it going back up, and I don't know if you heard me say this before, but these lines are magnetic, or they're like magnetic. When price goes through it, it usually wants to go right back up, and in this case, it has two magnetic lines. So something would have to be going on in the market right now. The news, which is would be a good reason to look at the news when it comes to this, but I don't have time for all that. If it happens, it happens. And I just end up losing that one. But because both of these lines are bouncing, or both these lines are uptrend lines, right? And the overall trend is an uptrend for these. That has been an uptrend for the past 15 hours or so. You could assume that will continue. So my prediction is it will continue going up from that area, from that section. So that was a good one. Um, Now, what did we get it at? What rate did we get it at? We got it at 78%, which is fine. I mean, it could be better, but that's fine. So that was good. I think we're in there, and I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and do my we got a primary and a secondary in here, so we have two more secondaries that we can put in somewhere else. I'm gonna go ahead and keep looking and see if I can find something else. I'll get back with you here shortly. I want to try to make these videos a little bit shorter, just so that they don't look too long. The more people I can help, the better with this. And when they're long, it's a deterrence for people to watch them. So we'll try to make it a little bit shorter by just finding times and then going ahead and recording those times. So far, our results: we've won a primary, we lost a secondary, then we won a secondary, won another secondary, and now we're on this. Oh no, we lost that primary. So we're kind of like kind of broke it even right now. We're not really we haven't really actually done anything yet. So and then and yeah. So anyway, we'll get it though. Let me find something else and I'll get back with you on it. Hey guys, all right. So I'm back. Um, there's not a lot of action going on right now. On this one here is the closest to looking like it might be something, and it looks like I might have action on here. Go ahead and put my trade in now. If you it looks like a lot of these a lot of these. Let me see if I can put another trade. If I can see a better price point, it would be this one though. Okay. So yeah, a lot of, from what I'm seeing, there's three pairs that we're currently have favorited that are breaking out right now. So they all broke out kind of at the same time. So that's usually synonymous with some type of news event that's going on, including one of the ones that we have our primary trade in. So that we had our first primary trade in. So we might lose that one. Let's see how's it looking. We have 5 minutes left on it, and yeah, we're still like way the points, 184 points, 212 points. Yeah, way under. Yeah, those ones. I mean, it broke out. We have three that broke out at the same time, and again, um, I mean, you have to that can happen. That's all I'm saying. They can happen, and it can mess up your day. If it does happen during the time that you're trading, um, during the minutes that you're trading, and so happened to have happened. But that's fine. I mean, it doesn't happen often. Those types of things don't happen often. Um, but let's go to it so that we can kind of see what I'm talking about. CHF JPY. We'll go through all of them real quick. So the very first one, CHF JPY, you see it's broken out tremendously. And that was the one that had two resistance lines or two support lines. Felt really confident about it, but if something happens in the news, you can't really help it. So this one is breaking out, CHF JPY. Let's see what else it was. Yeah, this one as well broke out. We don't have any trades on it, but it did break out. Um, you know, the last 10 hours it's been doing one thing, and now this candle is breaking out, right? Let's see, there was one more candle that was breaking out. The other ones are uptrends, like gradual uptrends. See, like all these are uptrends, no issues here. That's one that we're in right now. This was right on the line. Okay, this one's a good opportunity. I don't think I could do another primary though. I would have to do a secondary here. So looking at it, it's the hour line. It's past the hour line. The hour line. Started here, and then for the next 10 or maybe 13 hours or so, it hasn't gone past that line again. So that's that gives you understand that maybe it won't go past that line, and it'll continue with the trend. And it should. It's a strong trend, Again, that's like 12 candles in a row, 12 hours in a row of it staying above that line. It hit it again. It's probably gonna go back up. We're probably gonna win that by a lot. There's only a secondary trade though, so we have 4 trades in, which is the max you can have in. 2 primaries and I'm sorry, 1 primary and 3 secondaries. That's 4. Um, while your primary is in though, you can't. No, you can't put another primary in. Per rule, so you can only put secondaries in. So because this one is really broken out, it's safe that we're going to lose that one. I probably should be playing. Oh, so I do have another primary in up here. How did that happen? How did that happen? What was I doing? Where's that one in? That was AUD JPY. I'm sorry, my mind is not all the way there right now. Okay, yeah, this was a primary. Yeah, I mean, because it's definitely a good look, and I mean, I'm glad that is a primary because the other one is a loss. I mean, that's for sure that was a loss. So I can already like kind of discount that one. It was a breakout. Some type of news event happened, and it's going to lose. So yeah. So this is my first primary. Pretty much is the way I can look at it, and I have a secondary in as well, which I'm going to lose that one as well. So I could chalk okay, yeah, I mean, they're already 34 seconds, 30, and this one is 11 seconds. So those ones are lost. So I can put in another secondary now. See, because I will only have a primary and a secondary in. All right. So let me put a secondary in. I'm gonna put, that's my next secondary. All right, so this one is going back up. Maybe we can get a good price point. Let's see what 5 minutes are looking like. If I can get I'm definitely going to get a better price point than what I have already on this one. I highly doubt that. That's the rule that I have for myself, that I can only put in another trade, if on this one, if I can get a better price point than my initial. So I have to move on. This was the breakout. Okay, so this one is looks like it's going to try to come back up to this line. If it does, then I would trade it going back down. Because usually that's how breakouts work. Breakouts typically hit and then go back in the other direction. I don't know for how long it will, and this will be a secondary trade. But I'm gonna do a shorter trade, 10 minutes, because there's no set pattern yet. With this new pattern that's been created, there's no real set pattern yet. Let's go to the hour view so we can see what's going on. Okay. So the hour view is still kind of respecting it, but it should, short term, it should go back down. It should hit that line across it and then and then start going back down again. And just to be safe, I'm going to wait for an indicator that it's going to do that. So I'm waiting for it to get closer, because more than likely it's going to get closer before it starts going back down. But see, you don't want to. You can't predict when it's going to happen. That's the thing. You can't predict when it's going to happen, when it's going to get closer. So that's why it wouldn't be a smart trade to trade when it's going to get closer, because you don't know. But you do know that when it touches that line, in most cases, it wants to bounce back. And when it comes to a breakout. And it broke out here for 15 minutes, and then for the last 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes, so 10 minutes now, in 8 seconds, it's been going back up. So once it hits up there, my my prediction is that it's going to start going back down again. It's close, but it's not close enough. I need it to actually touch. Well, even more than that, I needed to touch, and then I needed to give me a candle, another 5-minute candle that shows that pressure is making it go back down. And then I'll put in. You know what? So this is a secondary trade. I'm gonna risk it a little bit more. If it touched that line, I'm gonna just go ahead and put in my 10-minute trade, because I do think that it's going to respect that line. That line is going to be the new resistance for this. You see, sellers are trying to take over right now. The buyers are fighting them. I think the buyers are trying to get it to hit that line, before it starts going the other way. See how these trades are doing. 47-point winning buy, and this one's 8 points. So I mean, not too good. I really don't like. It's 20 points now. 49 points. Okay. So Yeah, I'm watching this candle, and I don't know. I'm hoping that it hits it, but if it doesn't, that's fine. I mean, you can't really call it opportunity because um, it didn't hit the line. I mean, yeah. This since these are more risky, you want to kind of get as good a price point as you can. And I am looking, so it's 85% right now on this type of trade. So sellers look like they're winning this battle. I'm making it go back down. So let's see what else we have. There might be other opportunities. Not here. That's the one we're currently in. No, not yet. Not there. Is this? Did it just drop or something? Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, goodness gracious, these are going crazy. I know we were just in that one. I don't think this one. These are the ones that we're in currently. Ran this one as well. Why did we? Okay. So if it drops back under there, because it did drop back under there earlier, we could have gotten a better price point. Is it under? I just touched it. We just put this one in, huh? These are 5-minute candles, all going down. We might not be able to get a better price point. And you look at the candles. It broke through, right? And then it gave us a hammer candle. That hammer candle indicates an uptrend. So this next candle will probably go up. But if it can go down a little bit, for me just to get a better price point, I just want to get a better one than the one I currently have before it starts going up. And it did touch that line, and now it's going back up right now. So we probably missed it, which is fine. You know. You know, and you look at the other trend that's going on here, but it's a downtrend. It's a 5-minute downtrend starting from this candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But that's a smaller trend. It's a weaker trend. It's not as strong as the hour trend. So, you know, if you have to pick between one or the other, you know, hour uptrend or a 5-minute downtrend, of course, the hour uptrend is going to win. It's much stronger. So yeah, we missed it. It's going up again, which is fine. You know, and that just means that our secondary trade on that one is more secure. Let's see what else we have going on. This was the one that we know that breakout that we end up losing on. So nothing yet on that one, and we'll be waiting for it to touch that line again. You know. before getting back into it and going the opposite way. What happened here? Yeah, yeah, okay. See, it touched. It got close. It didn't touch. It reversed on us on this one, which we knew was going to happen. It was just we try to get it a little bit better price point, which is fine. Can't be mad at that. I mean, your predictions are coming correct. It's just that you didn't get the price point as you wanted. That's all. All right. So so far so good. Um, what happened? Okay, yeah. It's gonna go back up. Yeah. Should keep on going up. Hope we didn't get it at 69. Let's see where our trades are. Dang, we did get it at 69. That's crazy, man. I keep on doing that. I keep on not looking at where it's at. 69 is not good. I might have still picked it though, even if I knew. And these other ones that are in 63 in the dumps, I shouldn't even be looking at those. So, pretty much, what we're seeing is we have two trades in. 2 minutes left on one, the primary, and the other one is 5 minutes left on that one. We're winning both of them, decisively. So really no need to really just worry about them too much, or like get in them and be looking at them. You should be looking for other opportunities. And there's really none right now on any of these pairs. This one is gonna touch again, huh? Oh, that, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. What? Okay, this was a support. It broke through and it touched. Dadgummit, touch again. Touch again. Dang, we just looked at this one and it was on a downtrend. But it just touched again. I don't think it's gonna touch again. Maybe not. Maybe this will still be a secondary trade because we have a primary in already. Come on now, just give me a little bit more pump up there, please. You don't want to go. You don't want to go down right now. And the way that you should look at it. If you miss a price point, if you miss an opportunity, and things go your way, then at least I mean, that's just practice. It's like you are that time that you spent monitoring it is experience points. You just add to it, and that reminds me, I'm supposed to be. So this platform gives you it gives you points. It gives you like different incentives for playing with them. I think, should I go ahead and do it now? No, I mean, that's a pump. It's not exactly all the way up there. If I do 15 minutes, you know, no, 15 minutes too long for something like this. 10 minutes is really what I want to do, but I wanted to go up a little bit longer. Okay, well, we can just talk and just look at it while we're talking. Okay, so Yeah, so there's different incentives, that it gives you. There's something called you know, cash back on your losses. So whatever losses you sustain for a whole year, you'll get 2% or 4% back on that loss. So pretty much they won't take as much of your loss, which I think is a really nice incentive. And you get them for whenever you deposit with this thing, they give you it's like a chest, it's like a treasure chest that they give you, and in that treasure chest is three to four items depending on how much you deposit, and the items can be random, it just depends on what they are. But yeah, one of the items I got was a it's like a it's an advantage that you can add to your account to where whenever you have a losing trade, you we're winning this one by 40 points, so we're good. That was a safe one. Yeah, so the advantage is that yeah, again, if whatever trades that you lose, you don't lose the total amount. You lose, like 96%, because I have the one I have is a 4% one, and that's for an entire year of trades. So it's pretty nice incentive, right? Um, keeps more money in your pocket. 2-1, and we won that one. So that was a good one. All right, so we have, so we can go back up to now a primary trade. The primary trade that we won on 74%. So 16% is what this platform took, right, from that win. So on this next one, I would add that 16% to this trade, to my next primary trade, since we know now what percentage that was, and then also add the percentage that is going to be taken on that primary trade. Add that as well to it, and then add 2% after that. Okay, so that's my little formula for trying to stay ahead. I haven't been doing that yet, and as you notice, I have no trades in, and I'm about $16 short. So that's what I'm trying to prevent. I'm trying to prevent me from actually losing any money based on um, based on my trades. Now, this one here, I would not do a primary trade on this one. It would be a secondary trade because it's a bounce off of a what's this called, a breakout. No, it needs to it needs to retest that line. It has retested once already, but I needed to okay, a little bit more. You want to do it? Awesome. Okay, so I got that one in. So I'm done with this one. But so that you can see what I'm talking about, I'm gonna go real quick to to I'm gonna go to the place that I was telling you about, that where I can add that thing, or maybe I'll just add tomorrow. I'm in the middle of the day, so I want to start fresh with the day. So yeah, I'll add it tomorrow. Okay, so 10 minutes on this one. This is secondary. Let's see what we can find. And this one was 85%, so it's good. Make sure 85% good. All right, so this one still not working with anything, and that's why it's at 92%, I guess. Got that one in. This was at 77%, and we have no action on it. This one's at 74%. No action. 74%. Also, I mean, it's the closest so far. CADJPY. We might have to stick there. Yeah, this was 69%. It looks like it's been just hovering over this line I'm, yeah, 69% I hate. I really do hate. I would have used a primary on it. Um, and it touched down there. And if you notice, like if you look at the rest of it, like it has not gone below this point, and you know, like it has not gone below that point in a long time. So it's now going below it, but it's hovering by the magnet of a line there, right? So this is a good opportunity to go ahead and put in a trade. I'm gonna go ahead and put in a trade here. It's not gonna it's gonna be a secondary trade though. And I'm gonna put it in for, yeah, especially now. Yeah, I mean 10 minutes is fine for it as well because it should bounce right back up. It has not been this low yet, and I understand it looks like it could be a downtrend with these 5 minute candles, right here and then here, from here down to here, but it has not actually, um, but it hasn't broken this. This can't is not considered a breakout yet. It's not considered a breakout yet, and the reason why is because every time it breaks out, you get a hammer like this kind. It's a hammer candle, which means indicator is going to go up, and it did go up, right? The next candle broke out again, and this candle we'll see what happens with this candle, if it's going to be a hammer candle or if it's going to be a a full body candle of red. Full body candle of red indicates that it will continue going down. But hammer candle indicates it's going to go back up. So I'm going with the hour, like the hour trend. That it likes that line, that magnetic resistance line, or support, or I mean it's resistance if it stays under, support if it stays, if it goes over. So it likes that line, this hour line right here, and it should bounce back up. That's my guess on it. Now it's a really good breakout there. That's a really good price point, right? I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a primary on this one. Do I have a primary in? I don't. Okay, so yeah, I mean that was a really that was a really good price point. It's been pumping, and yeah, keep going. Let's go. I'm gonna do 15 minutes on it. Two, one. I'm gonna do it there. All right, um, so we'll see what happens. I think that, um, you know, I don't think that we're looking at a breakout here. Um, that this candle here, it finished through. This next candle was a hammer candle, but it was a nice big hammer candle, which means that selling pressure is there. But um, yeah, okay, let's keep on going down. So who knows? I could have gotten a much better price point if I waited for this candle. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll check back into it. I think that we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If it break, I mean, if it is a breakout, then it is what it is. And you see, I didn't add my additional funds to that, right? Because I got caught up with this candle and not even with these candles, not and forgot to do so. So I mean, it's kind of working out my favor yet because I have not won 2 primaries yet in a row. This would be my second primary that I win in a row if I end up winning it. So yeah. I mean, it wasn't going to help me anyway by doing those calculations. All right, we'll come back to it. AUDJPY. GPP CAD. Ooh, what's going on here? Okay, it broke out. Oh, and I was. Oh, I have a better price point here. Let's see if I can capitalize. Okay. Yeah, I was able to get a better price point on this one for going back down. We have a secondary in already, a little bit before the line, and we did it for 10 minutes, I believe. So this was for 15 minutes. We have 2 minutes left on that one. We shall see what happens. And we're able to get a good price point there, so that's good. Okay, we have 4 trades in right now, which is the max that you can have in at a time. Which ones are ending first? We have GPP CAD, 2 minutes left. That's the one that we're in, ending first. So let's see what happens with that one. I feel like it should go back down because, it did break out. So the new, this line would be the new resistance line now. So let's see what happens. It's 8:03 now. I got about 30 minutes before I have to start my day. Okay. A minute, 10 seconds left. And, because it's now under a minute and it still is not around my price point that, my initial one, the 10 minutes might have been the wrong one. I probably should have 15 minutes on it, right? I mean, this is the first time that it has touched this line, or it has pretty much, yeah. Well, I touched it here on this candle, then it went back down, but it went through. It's gone through here. 18 seconds left, and it's still hanging up there. So yeah, and yeah, so it looks like we're gonna lose that one, which is fine. I mean, it's a secondary one. It was one of the bigger secondary ones, though. It frees up another secondary that I could do. And typically, yeah, that's fine. Let's see what happens. We'll continue to monitor it. So now I have a secondary that I can put in play. All right, let's see how the other ones are doing. 69%, really? Huh? I don't see how I'm not seeing that. I got two 69% trade ones in right now. Okay, let's see what I'm losing by. 96 points on this one and 44 points on this one. 61 points winning on that one. What? I should be losing. Okay, I'm sorry, losing that one by 54 points. Okay, so right now losing everything. Let's look at the one that is about to end here, the USD JPY. Let's see what else is going on here. Okay. So, it's still giving signs of it reversing. Like the next candle that you see, which was this one. It's a it's a hammer candle, but it's a really skinny candle hammer hammer candle, which means that pressure is starting to go up. You know, the buyers are starting to take over. That's typically what that means. Now, it's not gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be able to go up in 26 seconds to cover my secondary, but I do think the primary is going to win, because we still have 7 minutes on that one. So I would think that it would, that the sellers, the buyers would take over by then. Okay. So we lost that last one. 7 minutes left on this one. We'll come back to it to see what happens. But as you're looking at the candles, this candle is a hammer. This candle is a hammer. This candle was a heavier hammer, which is not as good as the indicator as this one, as the second hammer, which means that, as this one, which means that that typically means that sellers are trying to take over. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep it up. And the other one, GPB CAD, we're losing. We just have 8 minutes on that one. So let's look for something else that we could do. Let's look for another opportunity. I'm pretty sure. Okay, well, this was going back up, which is good. I mean, it needs to touch. Well, it went straight through both supports, right? So, and now it's coming back up. Don't know exactly which support it's going to stop at, though. So I really don't like this one to play. I'm gonna go ahead and just uncheck it, because it's not a good opportunity. Euro CAD. I thought, no. Oh, I don't have anything checked here. Okay. AUD JPY. Okay. Nothing going yet. Where did it go? Wow. Did it just drop to 32% just like that? That's crazy. So what's going on here? Okay. So yeah, this is an indicator that it would reverse, and it looks like it's reversing. Don't know how long it's going to do that. Hopefully for longer than just that candle. Let's see what else we got. CAD JPY. So what's going on here? Okay. This is a good opportunity here. It went through, and now it might start going back up. Since I kind of missed it, it was up, it was down there for a little bit. I'm gonna do and this should be a primary trade. I think I still have a primary trade in right now, so it can only be a secondary. I'm gonna go ahead and do. Oh shoot! It just stopped right back up. I left it. Okay, yeah, right there. That's good. I think it's going to continue going up. It's going to bounce back. You know, this was, if you look at the trend, it's pretty much followed this trend. You know, this hour trend. So like if I had a primary to spare, I would put a primary in right now. No, I don't have a secondary, so that's fine. But I like it. I like that point, that price point. You know, it should follow the trend and stay going up. That was, so I only have one more trade that I can do as a secondary. So let's see what else we have. Euro USD. Okay, what happened here? falling trend and it broke out, and now it is bouncing off. It looks like it's bouncing off. I mean, I'm not gonna say it went straight through, and then now we just have a huge kind of going down. If we had caught this earlier, we probably would have played it, but it's already kind of it's already coming to fruition. So GPP, CHF, nothing going on there. Make sure there's no resistance line on this one. Nope. What else we have? USD, nothing going here. USD, JPY. Okay, so this is the one that our primary is in. Would this be our second primary, or our first primary? This would be our second primary if we can win it. Now, so yeah, I mean, we're looking at these candles. Yeah, like that. This next candle here was a candle that is indicating a downtrend. It's still down. It's still going to be still moving down. That's what that candle does indicate, because it's an upside down hammer. And this next candle, it looks like it's indecisive right now of what it wants to do. So, if we end up losing this primary, then that we would have to start over with it, and that might be the third primary that we've lost. I would have to check to make sure, to see. But we haven't had really good I don't know if you call it luck, more so than just the market hasn't been too good to us. And yeah, so pretty much this one might be a loss. I'm gonna use a secondary though on this one. If this candle ends up a red candle as well, then that would be five red candles in a row, which would be an indicator that the next candle will probably be red as well. And this does constitute as a breakout now because of this candle here, which is showing a downward mobility. So we lost that one, and this next candle should start to go back down again. This would be a shorter trade. This would be a 5-minute trade. Because I'm just trading on the candle itself. I would wait till I get a green. Wait till it turns green, pretty much. When it turns green, then go ahead and it turned green by a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna do it there. 5-minute candle. Since we have 4 candles, and then we had an indecisive green candle, that is like it doesn't know which way it wants to go. But since the other candles before it have been a downtrend, and it's like a unlikely downtrend. It's like a steady downtrend. It broke through, and then it was giving indicators that it wanted to go back up, but then this indicator here, that very last one, showed that it was a down, that it does want to still continue to go down, and that indecisive green candle, which was right after it, is like, I don't know, it's like wishy-washy. So, I'm just gonna follow what the other 4 candles were saying, of it going down. So let's see what happens there. So I don't have a primary in right now. Let's see, and we have 45 seconds left on this one. GPP CAD. Let's look at it real quick, because it looks like we're barely winning that one. Okay. So on this one, I would open up TradingView and see if I'm being cheated or not. GPP CAD. GPP CD CAD. GPP CAD. I don't have GPP. Do I? No, I don't have GPP CD CAD set up. So I really can't tell right now. I wouldn't be able to tell. Let's go back to here and see though. When it's close like that, I mean, we end up winning it, but I don't like winning. I don't like winning ones like that. It's too close. 4 points. That's too close. Like, um, I very well could have been. I very well could have lost that one if the platform wanted me to lose it. Maybe they didn't. They weren't worried about it because it's a low trade. Or maybe they don't do it. I don't know, but they don't. Maybe they don't manipulate it. But I know that they have 10 points window to play with if they wanted to. So, but that one is in, and it was a win. I'm gonna go ahead and see where if this was a. No, I can't do a primary in this one. Again, this is more of like a reversal. I can do a secondary though, another secondary once it gets back up to that line. And I'm gonna do the secondary for probably 15 minutes. I think jump back up there though. I don't know if it's gonna jump back up there in this candle. Probably not. And really, I don't have a primary trade in right now, so I don't know why I mess with secondaries. But I mean, it's here, so yeah, I don't know. We might have missed it. Forgive my breathing, guys. Yeah, I'm stuffed up over here. Yeah. All right. Well, it's not doing much. I mean, yeah. It's not. I mean, it's probably going to continue going down, but I wouldn't. I'm not getting a good price point to want to play it, right? So, and the other one's going to be winning here soon. Which one was that? CADJPY. We're winning that one by a lot. We're winning this one by a decent amount. Are we winning that one or losing that one? Yeah, we're winning it by a decent amount. And both of those are coming to an end. I'm going to go ahead and hop back into USDJPY just to see if I could put another trade in. So, yeah, we won that one. Right? Yeah, we won it. And now it looks like it's pumping up. It pumped up again. And it's pumping up a lot. So that's a little bit too much pump for me to want to do another downtrend, another trade going down on that one. I wonder what we won that trade by. USDJPY. How much did we win by? Oh, where's it at? Okay, here. 16 points. Okay. I mean, that's a more risky one. Those 5-minute trades are more risky. And you see, it pumped right back down, right? It did pump right back down. But again, they're more risky. I'm not gonna worry myself with that. But all the trades are in right now. And you see, we are still down for the day, because our primary trades are not coming in. So let's just do a count real quick of the ones that we've lost, the primary trades that we've lost. So we lost 1, 2, 3. We've lost 3 so far. So we cannot lose 2 more primary trades or we're done for the day. We're at 3 right now. Okay. So no more primary losses. Let's recoup. Let's recoup, and let's find some good times to get in. What I'm gonna do for the time being is I'm gonna pause it and set up and pretty much recalibrate my lines, because if you notice, like if we're looking at them all now, they're all kind of off. This one is no good anymore. This one is, I mean, it's still decent. It's still good for a secondary trace. It's good because it broke through, right? And now it's testing that line. It's been testing that line. So it's good for a secondary trade, but it's not good for a primary trade. So, so I can't do anything here either. I mean, unless I can put another secondary trade in whenever it hits that line. If it does hit that line again, I don't know. I think we might have missed it earlier, hitting, and it's getting close. That's close enough. So we have that one in. But it's still no good when it comes to primary trading. This one here is still good for primary, actually, and I think we might have missed the opportunity. It did go. This candle did go under that line. Yeah, I mean, obviously we can't watch all of it at one time, which is the bad thing about phone. With the laptop, you can switch through toggle pretty quickly on all of them. But we might have still missed this one, this opportunity, because if you look, it's still playable. Since hours ago, it's been following this trend, and and then again, this candle, it did go through that line. So within the last 5 minutes, it went through that line, which would have been a good price point for us to hit for 15 minutes. But I mean, I don't think it's gonna drop back down there again within the next 15 minutes. So what we could do though, we can try to get a good price point and then do a 5-minute candle for going back up like there, because it's telling us it's going to be an uptrend, right? These 1, 2, 3, 4 candles are all green. So what that means is the next candle will probably be green, given the fact that it's also playing off of this hour line. So we could put in a 5-minute trade here, or I would do a 4-minute trade now. And if I can get a pump of red again, like give me a nice little pump going down, I'll go ahead and put it like that. I'm a think that it's gonna go back up. Now that doesn't mean that I won't put a primary in if it actually touches my line. I'll put a primary in for 15 minutes. And it touched. Ooh, awesome. Okay, I like that. I like that trade. So pretty much I'm what's the word? I'm predicting that it's going to keep the uptrend going on, and that it definitely will be hovering around this line, but going up. Based off of what has been happening for the last I don't know how many hours. Let's see how many hours this thing's been doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 15 hours. Last 15 hours, it's been following this trend. So, it's. I mean, it's safe to say, I think the next 15 minutes it will continue following this trend. So I have that one in. I think that's a good one. I think that's a good one. I think that's money in the bank. We'll keep watching and see. Do we have any ending? We have this 2.2 minute and 34 one, CADJPY. Oh, is that the one? Oh, that's the one I just put in. Okay. It says 5 minute trade. So we'll watch it and see what happens. Again, I'm going off of the that trade was because of looking at the 5 minute candles and looking that the last 4 candles have been going up, have been following the uptrend, and and because of that, my prediction that it would continue that uptrend. It's astonishing that it went back down to the line so quickly, and I capitalized on it for sure. So anyway, I would put another. I'll probably put another trade in here as well if I can get it to. Let's see. Do I have a $15 trade in already? I do. So I'll put a $7.50 trade in here as well. Oh, I had a good price pump right there. Put it in there too, because it's just a really good price point. From the uptrend, it looks like this should still continue to go up. Should still continue to go up. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, the one doesn't look like it'll come through for us. That one 5 minute trade, which 5 minute trades are risky, so we know that. That's why you don't do a primary on it. And let's see. We have 42 seconds. Oh no, okay, that's right. 20 seconds left on that one, and we have some time on the other two, which is fine. So yeah, we're probably gonna lose that one, that 751, which is fine. It's a secondary trade. As long as we hit our primaries is the main thing. All right, that was done. So now let's look at, which means that opens up another secondary that we can put in play. We can always have 3 secondaries going at any time. The GPBCAD, this one, wow, we're losing by 100 points. That's a secondary one as well. Let's go and see what's going on there. Look at all the. Okay, we got good percentages on this one. Okay, so this one, yeah, it was the reversal, or it was a breakout. Then we were saying that it was going to bounce off and continue going down, and it's gone through. It did go through, and we did. I think it was. Do we have a 15-minute trade on this one? Let's see. Yeah, 15-minute trade, which is good to give it time to go down, to go back down, right? And that's why those longer time frames are much better, than the shorter ones, because it gives your reversal time to happen. This one does look like a big candle, and it went ahead and touched again, and it should go straight through and keep on going down. I don't think it's honoring this line as a support anymore. I think it's looking at it as a reversal. I mean, as a resistance now. So pretty much what that just means is I don't think it's a floor anymore. I think it's a roof. I think that price is looking at it as a roof now and not a floor. So it went through the roof and now it's trying to get back in the house, pretty much, And there's no floor on this one anymore, because of the breakout. The breakout was here, and it broke out pretty decisively, and and then it's been testing that line. Like it tested it here, and then it went through here, and then it went back down through it. So it's like, again, this is like a magnetic line right now. It's trying to find its purpose. The trend, whatever, the trend is trying to find its purpose right now of where it wants to be. So I would never do a primary on this because it is more risky. But you can do a secondary, and we're losing by 100 points earlier, but now we're winning. So that's good, and that's only because you're giving it time to produce itself. All right. So anyway, so that's good. Let's keep going and looking at other candles or other opportunities. I apologize. All right. So this one is still good. We have some time left on these ones. 10 minutes and 8 minutes left. So we'll come back to it. Euro USD. It broke through. And now this is pretty much the roof now. So my thoughts on it is, since it broke through and it is up through it again. Well, it was. Now it's going back down. I think that it's going to continue going down. So I'm gonna put in and that's a good time. It's a really good time because it's right there. I was hoping for it to go up a little bit more, but I shouldn't have been greedy. I should just put it in. Let me see if it goes there again. Okay, that's a good one. So again, my thoughts on it is, it broke through right here. And this is an uptrend. It was an uptrend. It broke through decisively. Then it found its way back up, and then it peaked here, and it started going back down, and then it broke through again, and now it's going up again through that support. And my prediction is that it will go back down again. Give it 15 minutes to play out, and let's see what happens. But again, it's a secondary. So now we have secondaries in everywhere. We have one primary in, and 1, 2, 3 secondaries. The one that's ending the first is this GBP CAD one. I'm winning that one by only 7 points right now. So let's look at it and see what's going on. Well, let me see. Before we do that, I do want to make sure that we have all the in TradingView. You use TradingView to see if this platform is actually staying legit. On those last minute trades. That they can't do anything about the trades that you win really decisively. But the trades that you that you end up either winning or losing by 10 pips or less, they can manipulate it. I don't know if they do, but they can. So you use TradingView so that you can kind of catch them in the act if they do. It's just a safe way of going about it, especially since I am recording these videos and putting them up for the public. It wouldn't be good if this platform decides that they want to manipulate the market on me. Wouldn't be good at all, because then it would be recorded. So that's the main reason I use it. I would still use it even if you're not publicly recording, just so that you can you could follow, and you can see what's going on with the market versus what the real with the actual market. These are actual markets as well. They're just not 100% accurate. So you'll be able to know what's going on with the actual 100% market. Um, um, yeah, pretty much what's going on with the 100% market versus the versus this platform, right? Like in this case here, I'm losing by a lot, right? So there's no reason for me to go to GPPCAD, even though I'm going to just so that you can kind of see that it's gonna stay around the same. So I need to add GPPCAD here. GPPCAD. G. I don't know, dyslexia or what. So add that one. So you see it's at 1.8382 right now. And so this one is at 1.8381, right? So it's I'm legitimately losing it, 1.83831, that was 1.832. And then you can go back and look at the trade that you lost and see, you know, I had it at 1.837, right? So that was my open price, and I said I was going to go under that. And as we saw, it's at 1.838. So it was a legitimate loss. Okay, so that's kind of how you would look at that. All right, so that was a secondary that we end up losing. Do we have any others that are getting close? We have so CADJPY is we're losing that one by 73 points. That was our primary that we felt really good about. Let's look at it. CADJPY. Goodness gracious. Wow. Okay. Are we witnessing a breakout? Um, the last candle closed in the middle, and this candle here, we have 13 seconds left on it, and it looks like it's definitely going to close outside. And it's a hammer candle. It's going to close as a hammer candle. A hammer candle indicates, it's a heavy handle candle. So, hammer candles, they typically indicate upward mobility is starting, but it was a heavy one. So yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, and it's like this sometimes, this is going to be our fourth primary loss, which means we only have one more that we can lose. And it looks like we're going to lose this one. So yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, I mean, it happens. We're also nearing our stop loss of $850 for the day. So we ended up losing that one, and we lost it pretty decisively because of the breakout. So you can't really be mad, It's one of those things where breakouts do happen, and this one hasn't actually indicated breakout yet. The reason I say that is because we don't have a actual candle that indicates breakout. This candle does not indicate breakout. This candle indicates hammer. I mean, it indicates upward. It's going that it should start going back up. The way that you determine a breakout is the initial candle that did break the line. If it closes, if the actual price closes under the line, Okay. In this case, it didn't. The price closed above the line. Like on this green candle, the price closed above the line, a little bit above it, but above. The next candle then shot down. So that would be the breakout candle there. Okay. Then it started, but it ended in a hammer formation. So this candle here, so this hammer candle, it broke out, but you can't say for sure if it's an actual breakout or not. You have to wait till the next candle, which is the candle that we're looking at now. If that candle ends as a downward hammer, like a upside down hammer, that indicates a breakout at that point. So just just little things that you can know about it. So like something like this, CADJPY, at 30 seconds left, I would go to TradingView and see what's going on there. See if we can put it up in time. CADJPY. We're at 102.55.5657. 102.57. So yeah, we're gonna win this one because it's pretty decisive. It cleared that one. It was all the way back up. That's crazy. So this is an indicator that it's going to continue to go up. It's pretty much correcting. It's correcting itself. So it's going to get back up in there. But let's wait. I'm going to do 16 minutes. See what we can get because this is a good primary one. I mean, you have to take the primaries as you see them. I mean, it touched the line. No, I'm not going to play this one as a primary because all this happened in one candle, you kind of have to wait till this candle closes out before you can really say that the rest of the candles are going to continue. I'm gonna take a little bit of a chance and see. I do think it is. If we can get a little bit of a downward pump, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in because in the next 13 seconds, as I said, in the next 13 seconds, it should not go. It should not go all the way down there, and it did. Let's see. Can we put a? We could put a. Oh, and I've gone over. I've gone over my time. I suppose I had been. I'm supposed to have been goodness gracious. Okay. If it goes back down there, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in again. Looks like there's a lot of volatility right now. I mean, that's a good price point. I'm gonna put it right there. I don't want to play with it too much. So so again, we're not seeing a breakout yet. This candle broke through, ended in a hammer. Then we had a lot of pressure going up, selling pressure going up, and it actually touched and crossed the support. So it should continue up. It should. So we will see. We have 2 minutes 36 seconds left on this one, Euro USD. Let's look at that one real quick. And yeah, I mean, if I recall on this one, we're looking at it, and it broke through here, then it gradually came back up, and that I got in right here saying that it was going to break back down, and it is breaking back down as it looks like it. I'm pretty sure this is a oh goodness gracious, a lot of volatility there. This is a what's the word? I think it's going to be a pretty decisive win. It's going to be it's something that that I don't think is going to change within the next minute and 30 seconds. I don't think it's going to just hop right back over that line again and keep on going up. so this was good. We have 3 trades in. Other ones are for longer time periods. So, and yeah, I think this is a pretty long session. I think it's 8:47. I'll wait till 9 o'clock and then go ahead and start my day. "48 seconds left." So yeah, I mean, I haven't really been keeping track of the secondaries that we've been winning, but or losing. But I think we've won more secondaries than lost today. But we just haven't been winning our primaries. Our primaries are not coming through, you know. After this win, I will go and look again. I mean, I'll just go and look at the history and see how we've been doing with overall for the day. I mean, the amount on in our bankroll indicates that we're not doing very well. But let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we've had 20 trades already. And out of those 20 trades, we've had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins. So 50% right now is where we're at. And the amount that we have in there, it does indicate that as well. We've been losing more primary trades than winning. And how many primary trades did we win? We've won 1, 2, and that's it. We've only won 2, and we've lost 4 from what I was counting. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lost 4 primaries. So, I mean, it hasn't been a good day, really. It hasn't really been a good day. Let's see what we got going on. So these still have some time left on them. But let's see, CADJPY. Well, yeah. Let's see, before we look at that, let's see if we can find any more opportunities. Broke through. Going back up now. It might start going back up. I don't know. Don't really want to play it. Let me see. Yeah, I would wait till it breaks through again and then go down with it. This is the one that we're currently in, and we have some time left on it. Yeah. I mean, our prediction is that it's gonna go back up. That's our prediction. I mean, it broke through, and it hasn't actually broken. Like, it hasn't actually broken out. It did break through, but it hasn't broken out. So we're thinking it's gonna, and it hit, but it did. You see, it's testing that line. It tested the line here, and it tested the line here. Right? So that's not good news for us. It tested that line, and then it's then it and then it reverses. I mean, those are indicators of a breakout. So that's not good news for us. Not good news at all. Like I'll put a secondary trade in right now for $7.50 if it touches that line again, because we've seen what's happening here, and I'll probably do it for a short period, like 5 minutes. It's already tested it twice. It's gone back down. So, you know, those are big indicators that it's going to continue doing that, and that this would be considered a breakout, even though it didn't show signs of the actual breakout. Like both of these candles, this one and this one, are indicating upward movement. But I'm gonna put it in because you can't. I mean, that is the hour line. That is the hour line. Actually, I'll put a minute because yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. We'll put a minute. It's a more risky move, and I would definitely be monitoring on TradingView on it. But because it's tested it twice. Well, it tested it once in this one. It looked like it was going to test it again. So we have 40 seconds left on that trade. Let's look at CADJPY on TradingView. We're in it already. 102.594. We got in at. We set sell at 102.583. Okay, so that's where we're at, 102.583. We have 16 seconds left. So 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 13 seconds. 586, 59. So yeah, we might lose this one. 586, maybe not. Oh, we won that one. We won that one. Okay. It was a close one. We won by what? 2 points. It was at 581, 583 for 581. All right, and it's testing it again. We could probably do another minute one for another 750. Yep. And put it in again, because again, it looks like it's trying to test. It's trying to test that line. It looks like it's trying to test that line. At least it was. Okay, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not this time. Maybe it was tested because, maybe, I mean, I get it. I'm learning as you guys are learning. Typically when you see, a couple of tests, yeah, but so yeah, I mean, so as we can see, it doesn't look like. I mean, it broke right through that, and it doesn't look like it's gonna go back down. So we lost that one, but we do see that. Okay, so it's that as far as it breaking out, it just took a while to actually break the line again. Because again, like if you look at these candles, this one was the breakout candle. This one was a candle saying that it's going to start going back up. This candle also says that this red candle is a hammer, a skinny hammer, saying that it's going to go back up. And then this candle is almost full body with small wicks on either side. Is another indicator it's going back up. So so it just took a while to go back up. That's all. But we are well over the support, are well over our price points right now, which is good for us, especially for that primary trade. So that's good. Good news. Um, these are the only two trades we have in right now. Nothing going on here. I might as well just. I don't know why I keep on going back there. I don't have it start anymore. Yeah, nothing here. You know, I needed to get close to that line again and bounce off. So we're in. All right, so this was getting close to the line. This was a breakout. So we can play this line now. We can play that. Not, oh, done a minute. I didn't mean to do a minute. I want to do 15 minutes. Did I want to do really 15 minutes? Yeah. Yeah, I want to do 15 minutes on this one. But we have a minute in, unfortunately. I mean, this is a really lucky if we end up winning this one. It's really lucky on our part. You know, you never want to do a short trade like this, especially on a reversal. That's that's a means to an end if you do something. If you try to play reversals at 15 minutes or at 1 minute, this one's gonna come through first though. So that's good news, but still. GPP CAD, nothing here. Let's go back here just so we can see the win. Did I already win? Was this the one? Yeah, this is the one. Did it add it to our account? Yeah, it did. Okay. So, if it does go back up there, I definitely would do probably a 10-minute one. Yeah, probably 10 minutes. Wait, yeah, it might not go back up there though. That's fine. Let's keep going. Nothing here. All right, I'm gonna have to pause it for the time being and get back with you guys on the road because I have to get started. It's 8:59 now, and don't have So yeah, we don't have anything else going on. This is 67%. So, and one of our trades already ended. Which one was that? That was the primary. That was our primary. So we ended up winning our primary by 32 points. It's not bad. Not bad at all. 33 seconds left on this one. And we're winning by 11 points, 12 points. I wish I were winning more than that. Now 4 points and 3 points. That's not good. CADJPY. Let's look at it. Goodness gracious. This huge candle going down. Wow. That might be a first for me. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So, did we win that one? We won that one too. So this wasn't really a breakout as we had thought. So this would be a good one to play a primary on. Another primary. Now I don't know exactly how much it's going to be, but I do know it's going to. This next primary, I want it to be. It's probably going to be like around $36 or so. I'm a guess on it. Let's wait for it. They go back down a little bit. If you look though at the last candles, it's been pretty much gravitating within this area. Up and down, up and down. We already missed it. But so that you can see what I'm talking about. So we won that last one for $30, right? That one was 84%. So what we need to do is find out what 16% of 30 is, because 60% is the difference of 184. So 30 times 16%. This is what Pocket Option just made on that last trade, $4.80. Okay. So then our next trade, which might be on this one, it will be on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and put this trade in now. I probably should put 15 minutes on it because it looks like it does like to play in here. It go like this one. It went down here, then it went back up. Went down, went back up. Went down. It might go down a lot and then go back up. So, all right, but we have that one. But just so that you can see what I'm talking about, this should have been 30. This trade should be 30 as well. So that would be another $4.80. It's $9.60 right there. Okay. Then you want to add 2% as well. 2% of 30. So 30 times 2% is 60 cents. No, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Just make sure. Yeah, 30 times 2% is 60 cents. So you would add all that together. That plus 960 is what is the extra that you would add to your $30 trade. So it would be $40.02. I said $36, estimating, trying to see if maybe that was what it would be, but really the trade would have been $40.02. I'm gonna put a secondary trade in here also. What in the world's going on? Oh, that's right. 30. We'll put a second. What was it? Was it 30? Yeah, we'll put a secondary trade in here. I'm gonna do that one for 10 minutes as well. If it goes back down there, it get more. Oh, being greedy. That's all it is. That's all that is. I should have just hit it right there. I mean, yeah, I should hit it. Come on, give me a little bit of pump now. Yeah, so anyway, I put this one in for 10 minutes because of that, because, you see that one candle's going down, and the next candle's going up. Next candle's going down, next candle's going up. Next candle's going down, this candle's going, and then this one's going down as well. And it went down under the level. And we've already kind of came to the conclusion that this is still support. This level is still support. So that's a really good entry right there on a support line. Now, it's not, it's not staying up there for too long before it goes back down, though. So that's why, I put in a shorter trade, because to just give it time to at least go back up there. But yeah, it would be nice if I could put it in. If I could have put it in my secondary when it was down here, that would have been nice. But that's fine. I mean, I've been doing secondary trades all day and winning them, and that's, I think, the only reason why I'm still kind of in it, right? Like, if I end up losing this primary, that would be 5 primaries I've lost, but if you look at my bankroll, it doesn't indicate that too much because of the secondaries that we've been winning. So secondaries do come in handy. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to make what I wanted to. I wanted to put that secondary in. All right, but I'm getting sidetracked. I was supposed to be showing you guys something. Oh yeah, so no, pretty much what that next trade was going to be. It should have been 30 plus $10.20, $40.20, because then I would have the amount of money, accumulated amount of money, that if I lose my third trade, I still don't lose any money. Like my third trade is going to be double, right? It's going to be double. That's going to be double my profit of $30 for each of my first two. So $60. It would be my second trade. And if I traded $60 and end up losing it, I would break even. I think I would still be up a little bit, just a little bit, because of this, because of me doing that calculation and placing that correct trade. But I didn't place that correct trade this time. I saw an opportunity. I went ahead and just grabbed and jumped on it, and just kind of estimated what it was going to be. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I need to start my day. This video has been longer than I had thought it was going to be. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm after this one. I'm gonna have to take a break from trading because I am not. I'm taking too long. I'm supposed to be working right now, and that's the thing. Trying to balance this and work at the same time is it could be tough. But I'm looking at this as another stream of income, so you see how it jumped and it hit that line? It's like it didn't go past it though. They didn't want to go past it. Yeah. Go ahead and put it in right there. I mean, I do like it there at 10 minutes. All right. Well, we're gonna I'm gonna see what happens with that with that last primary trade that I have. If we end up winning that one, there's 2 minutes left. And it's very possible that we will win it. There's a lot of volume in this market, and these candles have been up and down. So we'll see what happens. In the next 2 minutes. Some more down pump. Yeah, I see the magnet. The magnet is in effect. It wants to hit that line. It wants to hit that line again. My hope is that when it does hit the line, it doesn't just go straight back down. That it crosses, because it's been crossing. So let's see. But this trade is really all or nothing for the day. If I win it, then the day continues. If I lose it, then the day is over with. So it all is going to boil down to 52 seconds. Well, CAD JPY. Let's look at where we have this one at. We got in at 102.54. Okay, that's where we got in. So we're going to look at the CAD JPY here, and right now it's at 102.57, which means we should be winning. Oh, I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong one. Okay, this one is 102.578. Okay, 102.578. So 20 seconds left. This one is 102.59. So we should be winning that one now, and we are. So good, and and as we said, it was going to hit there, and it just went through. So good to hear. 5 seconds left. We're going to win this one. It was kind of close, but it came through for us. Now, it doesn't look like, if you look at the last, 30 minutes or so, 40 minutes, it doesn't stay up here long before it starts going back down under it, right? The overall trend's an uptrend, but it's starting to wane down. Like you look at the overall trend's an uptrend, but if you look at from here, put this draw this line real quick. From here down the line to here, and you see that it's going to do something when it gets. It's going to do something. The pressure looks like it's going down. Like the most recent pressure is that it's a downtrend. But you want to look at if there's a flagpole on this one. So let's look to see if there's a flagpole. There's no flagpole really. Let's look at the hour time frame or 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame, still no flagpole, and there's no actual flagpole that you see. And a flagpole is pretty much a really long or a couple of long candles, like something like this, but a little bit more volume than that, and then it starts waving back and forth. If you see a candle like that or a flag like that, like this is not really a flagpole. I can't say that. Now something's going to happen here though. Something has to happen here as far as what's like it's crossing, so it has to either go up or down here, and it's usually a breakout when that happens, like a pretty major breakout. It's not something small. And pressure has been going down for the last, if you look at these candles are hour time frames. So for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this fifth one and this sixth one was kind of like was indecisive. It didn't know what it wanted to do. But yeah, I can't tell what's going to happen with this one, if it's going to go up or down. If you're looking at the last four, well, not even the last four, the last four and then the indecisive ones, that's pointing to down, because again, these are our candles, and then these indecisive ones are, I don't like the sellers are saying, I really don't know what I want to do. I really don't. The buyers are saying, I'm trying, but the sellers are really overpowering, So this one could continue the trend. Now this is on the hour. Look at the hour time frame here. It could continue the trend. In an hour, it could be lower. So if we go back to the 5-minute time frame, it's safe to say we could do like a longer trade. A secondary trade. It wouldn't be a primary trade. If it hits that line again, we could do a trade going down. Probably like a 20-minute trade, right? Because my guess is that it's going to continue the downtrend. Because again, we have our candles that are kind of confirming it.
And then it's hitting this apex here. Those hour candles kind of made me want to do a primary, actually. I probably want to do a primary trade on this one if it can hit back up there. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, because again, we do have the 5 hour trend line, which I didn't draw. Let me draw the 5 hour trend line for you real quick. So from here, I just took the 5-minute one because that's not as good as this. From here, like from here, that's a very, very strong trend line, because you have 2-hour trend lines intersecting each other, right? The most recent trend is 5 hours. The longer trend has been like 20 hours. So I haven't done something like this before. Seen this type of opportunity before, but my thoughts on it would be that the more recent one would what's the word? It would it would supersede the older one. That's my thoughts on it, as far as how it should work. So let's see if we can take advantage of it. It looks like it's already starting to pump down. It's not pumping down that much. We have 47 seconds left. It doesn't look like we're going to win this one, which is fine. It's not a primary. We've won 2 primaries though, which means our next primary will be $60. So pretty much what I'm saying is that if we can find it back up here on this line, yeah, before it breaks out. It might have already broken out though, because you see we were already past it. We're already past it. So but it might not. It might, because these ones here, you look at these candles here, and it hasn't gone too far below those candles. But I'll keep an eye on it and see. We'll keep an eye on it and see. I'll get back with you. I need to go ahead and get started for the day, guys. I do see an opportunity here. This is a hours long trend line. It broke through, and it's showing. It's showing. Okay, pretty much the first one that broke through was this one. It was a red candle, heavy ones, indicating that it could still be going down. There was an indecisive one. Now this one here, we don't know what's going to happen on this one too much yet, but because it hasn't actually indicated yet that is a breakout, I'm gonna go ahead and just place it for 20 minutes, and it's a great price point for if this trend's going to continue. In 20 minutes, I don't think, I highly doubt that it would continue. It would be lower than this point, pretty much is what I'm saying. Even if it was a breakout, because this last candle has been a very large candle. So and the candle before that was a very skinny candle, which means indecisiveness. So that's telling me that this candle right now is kind of like faking it. It could also end up as an indecisive candle by the end of 2 minutes. By the end of the candle. So yeah, I mean, I felt it was a good trade, a good opportunity to get in, based on the fact that it's this support line has been it's been honoring the support line. Let's see if we can make the support line a little bit more accurate. So from there to like around there. Yeah, I mean, that's close enough. It's close enough. So, so yeah. Um, so yeah, again, I thought it was it's a good opportunity because it hasn't actually broken out yet. Go back to 5-minute candles so you can see. And that was a pretty long candle, pretty long candle. So in 20 minutes, I'm thinking that it will reconsolidate on itself and come back to that line like a magnet. So that's my thoughts on it. We'll see what happens. We have a while to go on it. Do I have any? I did put 2 other trades in by accident. I meant to put a secondary trade in, but I tapped it twice by accident. So I have 2 secondary trades in at $15, which is not accurate. It's supposed to be one at $7.50, the other one, or one at $15, the other $7.50, $7.50. So anyway, just wanted to give you an update. I'll be back. Hey guys, just wanted to touch back. I've pretty much prepared everything. I'm ready to take off now. Looks like today might be my or today this will be the end of it right here, because we have 26 seconds left and it's still never really went up from what I thought it was going to go up. It actually went down a lot. So my prediction was wrong on that one. Yeah, and this right here is a breakout candle. This green candle right here, that's a breakout candle right there, which means that it's probably going to still keep going down. If you notice, all these other candles are not really breakout candles. Like this one here is not. This one here is that green. That next one is not. That next one is indicating up. The market should start going back up, but it didn't. It went down, and it was a heavy selling candle. The next one, this green candle here, indicates that it's a downtrend, which means that this is now a breakout, a official breakout. We don't know how long this downtrend is going to continue, but it's going to go for a while, I think. So I think it's safe to say that we're probably going to lose the next one as well. The 2 $15 trades that I had, one ended up closing in a loss, and the other one closed in a win. And I didn't get a chance to even look at those to see. But the one that closed in a loss, only by 1 point, literally 1 point. And the one that closed in a win, which I did at the exact same time at 9:44, closed by 1 point. So I don't, it's not good. I don't like those types of trades where you win by barely anything. It's a win, but still. So I'm thinking that we're going to close out with this 905.08. That is my 5th loss in a row for primary. So, and just let's kind of just to make sure. Okay, so first primary in a row. Is this the same day? No, it's not. Sorry about that. Okay. We look at the 17th. Oh, excuse me. So starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one is the $60 one, 5. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't a good day for us. That's fine. I mean, days like this happen. The beauty of this, though, is when you do have a good day, it makes up for your bad days. If you have one good day, it makes up for like at least 3 bad days. because that one good day brings some like $300-400 profit, depending on whatever you have. Like right now, it would bring in like $300 to $400. So I can't be mad at it. I mean, some days are just not as good as other days. We started off pretty rocky on this one, and then we had 2 good primary wins, and then you know, this one here, which it was another breakout. I mean, the breakouts are what pretty much hit us today. You know, I mean, but we're doing what was best as far as following the hour trend lines. Those are the strongest ones to follow. So we're going to just play this out. We have 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Let's see what happens with it. I mean, I would think that this would continue going down because of this indicator here. That one there shows that action is moving down. This one here is you know, it is a down candle as well. It's not a real decisive one, but it's still a down candle. So yeah, I would think that this would continue going down. Like if I were still playing, I would do a secondary trade on the 5 minute mark. I would wait it till it got like up there, like right, pretty much at the wick of where this candle is at, around there, and then I would have done a short trade, like for the remainder of the candle, pretty much. But and then, you know, again, it would have been a short trade. It would have been something just to do while I'm waiting for the primary to come in. But yeah, that's fine. Learning experience. We didn't lose too much. About $95. And you know, we did a lot of we gained a lot of experience, and tomorrow we'll come back and hit them in the head, hopefully. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully this video, you know, you found some value in it, and yeah, I hate that it was so short or so long. I'm pretty sure it's long. I don't know exactly where it's at, but I would say this is probably like a 2-hour video, probably. At least. But yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. We're done for the day. I'll talk to you guys later tomorrow. All right. Hey guys, hey, the temptation was too much for me to pass this up, even though, man, I think I got that 67%. I got 70%. That's good. Okay. Yeah, but you know how I was just saying that if it went back up to that green line, I would go ahead and this line right here, if it went back up there, I would go ahead and put in a trade, a down position for 5 minutes. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm in there. I'm not gonna, you know, use up too much more camera time on this. I just want to let you know I did. I went against my rule right there, which I'm not supposed to. I did very well throughout this whole video and my whole session, but it was just too tempting. It went up right when I was about to get started with my day. I was like, let's just go ahead and put a secondary trade in right now, even though I don't have a primary trade in, so I'm not supposed to be putting a secondary one in, right? You know, you don't put a secondary trade in unless you at least have a primary trade in. At least that's my rule, because then this would be considered a primary trade because it's your first, it's the only trade you have in. So, but I went ahead and put one in just because I saw the opportunity and I felt like it was just too tempting to pass up. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this thing off now though, So I don't get I'm not gonna get tempted again. I'm chastising myself for even doing that one. But even if I win, I still broke my rule, and that's worse than any money that you can make. You know, you actually just breaking your own rule, because again, if you're doing this as a career, you don't break your rules. If you break your rules, that's when losses start occurring. You know, I might, you know, yeah, I thought, you know, I liked this one, but still, you don't overtrade. I had already hit 5 primaries losses, so my rule is I'm not supposed to go anymore. But anyway, all right, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll catch back up with you tomorrow. I'm sure, you know, the tomorrow's video, you'll see if we won, because we end up at 905 today, right? $905 is where we were at before I put this trade in. So if I'm still at 890, you know I lost. If I'm at, you know, 915 or something like that, then I won. So, all right, take care.